Hello everyone and welcome. Today I will be playing the Drak Egg. This is a text-based RPG game. It's free to play and the main goal of it is to get the Drak Egg. You can find the link in the description and you can download for free the Drak Egg and play it from Steam. The game is developed and published by Transcend Pixels, and there's also a DLC with the soundtrack of the game, which is really relaxing. Let's begin a new game and let's explore it together. When I was young, I heard a story. About an island surrounded by a silver lake. The island was empty, save for an old city. Its people were lost and hungry, and when they cried for help, there was no answer. But then from the heavens came the many eye of grace, who gave an answer. Salvation arrived on winged creatures, speaking in tongues that aged men. They taught many secret things and what mind was. Their gifts took away mankind's faults and replaced them with eyes of grace. The island was blessed, everyone was made right. The city was made better, its sun was consumed. The city was made into memory, living words in eternity. Screams faded, and none came back from the island. Most leave the island alone, except for those seeking its greatest treasure, an egg from the heavens, unspoiled and perfect, resting in the womb of the old city. A thing that will grant any wish you desire. A thing that I must get. So day 1, it's 4 p.m. and the weather is windy. We have our health full, energy full, sanity full, and trauma 0. You've awoken to the rocking of a ship. You can't remember how many days it has been. They said it would only take half a day to get to the island. Even the ferryman said so. But the ferryman has not moved from his spot since you got on this boat. He simply stares forward into a white mist with no island in sight. The sound of waves surrounds you, and nothing else. Let's talk to the ferryman. You speak up to catch the ferryman's attention, but he makes no attempt at speaking back to you. He only continues to stare into the white mist ahead. Is the boat even moving? You peer over the boat and see rushing water. It is a relief to know that the boat is going somewhere. You, like the ferryman, simply stare out into the mist-covered waters. There is no island in sight. Let's check the bag. You open your bag just beneath your feet. It is drenched by the mist and splash of the waves around you. The contents are nothing special. Gear you have we're told would help on the island. Many assured you there would be a town near the seashore when you arrived. You're not so sure anymore. Let's check the inventory. A good explorer always knows what he carries. So we have a small knife, a compass, 2 recovery potions, which restores 15 health, and the climbing rope, which is good for a few uses. 30 gold, attack 6, defense 5. Basically that's us. Though you remember bringing a map of the island, you can't seem to find it in your bag. Maybe it fell out. Search for your map. I found it. Okay, you find your map on the floor of the ferry and pick it up. While you're no sailor yourself, it isn't completely foreign to you. The map is wet to the touch. Still hopeful, you open it, but its contents unreadable anymore. The ink runs. It appears you'll need to draw a new one as you go. You place the map in your bag near your compass and notice the dial spinning erratically. Pulling it out, you try to hold it steady. The dial only grows more wild. Upon hearing a rustle from the front of the boat, you look up from your bug. The ferryman has turned from the misty waters. He stares at you with dull eyes. Once ocean mist dips from his pale chin, you feel his gaze on you. I stop. You give a quick hello to the ferryman. His face remains expressionless. Black eyes stare directly at yours. We've passed the normal waters. Let's acknowledge. That's so. Indeed, you will be docking soon. I won't go to shore. I'm sure you know. I never go to shore. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Of course. The ferryman turns from you and stares back out over the ocean waves. To your relief, you begin to see a land emerge from the white mist. Relief. You certainly did, the ferryman replies. The shoreline gets closer, and soon you see dim yellow lights cut through the white mist around you. You stand to get a closer look. The ferryman remains sitting, motionless. The shoreline is decorated in yellow lights, and as the boat gets closer, a silhouette of dark, wet town appears before you. The lights seem to dance in mist and rain. It is the harbor. Best be quiet when you get to shore, the ferryman whispers. Should I be worried? Caution is wise, but I don't know how much it will help you on that island, the ferryman replies weakly. We'll be abroad in a moment. Best to sit down. You sit where your bag rests. The cold splashes of water pepper your numbing face. You let out a breath and see it mist in front of you. It is getting colder. The ferryman raises his hand, and as he does so, the boat slows. The boat twists and turns as if 4 men are piloting it. You remember that there was a crew on this boat when you first set off. There was a crew, wasn't there? The boat comes to a halt, and besides the boat you see a warm dockway. Best of luck to whatever it is you are searching for, stranger. You look to the ferryman and are surprised to find he's not at the head of the boat any longer. That is strange. He was there a moment ago. You look around, but do not find him anywhere. It is only you, and there is only the dock. A small layer of snow covers it. You step off the boat, and your feet press into the snow. Light rain begins to pepper your face as you walk into the town. Rain and snow pelt against your body. The harsh wind claws at your face. You realize now that you are far underprepared for what is to come. The town is quiet, and the street lamps glow a dim yellow in the winds around you. Not a soul is in sight, but as you walk forward, you hear the laughter of a man to your right. Near him is a small shop. Your footsteps splash in the road. Okay, talk to the strange man. You approach the man, apprehensive. His laughs continue to echo through the roads as if amplified by something. No one else is around, and you notice the man has no smile on his face. You greet him and ask him if he knows where anyone else is. The laughter stops. He turns his face towards you but does not meet your eyes. His gaze lies beyond you, a pale face without life. His eyes reflect nothing. There is no one else. There is just you. The man turns from you and walks away. He shortly begins to laugh again, growing quieter as he vanishes from your view. Your footsteps splash in the road. Okay, we can choose the shop or the street. Let's continue. Let's see what the shop has. You walk up to the small shop and open the door, getting out of the rain quickly. The inside is a good deal warmer than out there. Lining the walls rest all kind of goods, from small vials to books and art. Centered at the back is a large wooden countertop. Behind the counter sits a pale, bearded man, and behind him, a wall. From his seat, he towers over you just slightly. His eyes are nearly closed, and he appears amused at your presence. Funny, haven't had visitors in a long time, he chuckles. But then again, perhaps you aren't a visitor at all. What are you here for? Equipment. You ask the man if he has any equipment to help you on your journey. He motions towards the back of the shop. As you walk, you find racks of various clothing, some with fur, others with various embellishments. You realize most of it common air, and unfortunately, not very helpful for what you plan to do. You think you can't use any of it? The man asks after a moment. He looks you up and down. You do have a fine piece of leather on you, but armor isn't everything out there. He points to a thick coat near you. The cold can be just as deadly as the creatures, if not more so. I've seen many experts of the sword freeze before they made even a single swing. You look through the various clothing the shop has to offer. Winter coat, 40 gold, a thick coat. I don't think I have 40 gold, but let's try. You don't have enough gold, okay. Never mind. Let's exit. Let's move to the street. As you follow a trail of wind and rain through the town, you walk empty streets lined up yellow lights and past buildings with no people. The weather worsens as the road opens up a bit. Two houses on one side and a chapel on the other. You have what looks to be people. But as you get closer, you notice they make no sound. All of them care not for the rain, letting it fall on their pale skin, their black eyes stare at nothing. They walk from street to street, building to building without pause and without emotion. None turn to you as you walk by. You stand in the center of the road, black faces passing you by. The chapel appears empty. Okay, we have a few options. We can go to the alley. We can go to the house. We can go to the chapel, and we can move on. Let's go talk to a passerby. You call out to one of the people walking past, but they ignore you. You try again, only to fail again. Not a single one turned their head. Give up. Let's go on to the house. You knock on the door on nearby house. Come in, you hear. You open the door and walk inside the house. On your left rests a calming fire, and close to it a man in a wheelchair. His face is tired, eyes black. He turns to you and smiles. Oh, a guest. Come, get warm by fire. You start towards the jovial man. Why, I can't remember the last time we've had a guest. How is it out there? The rain doesn't seem to be doing you many favors. He chuckles, looking back into the fire. Well, you can rest here as long as you need. My wife has always been a great hostess, but she's out at the moment. A shame you can't meet her. You take a seat next to the man and he suddenly turns to you. Say, did it happen to see my wife and daughter in your way? They were supposed to go for my medicine. You tell the man you didn't see anyone. He nods and leans back with a distant look. Ah, well, they should be back any moment. I'm sure of it. Is there something you wanted to talk about? The chapel. The man leans back in his chair when you ask him about the chapel. Oh, the old chapel. Such a lovely structure, isn't it? Say, have you seen the inside? You say you haven't. He shakes his head. It's no good at all. Take a look inside, you will love it. Beautiful building. I still remember when the folks around used to actually visit the old thing. You stare off in thought. If I'm not mistaken, it was built back when people were first coming to this island. It was for the egg, the Drak Egg. They really worshipped that thing back then. The man lets out a snort. What am I even saying? They still do, and who could blame them? Not like there's much else around here. Why? It's the only thing that brings people to the island anymore. The man's belly rolls with each heavy laugh. Is there something you wanted to talk about? Let's leave. Let's go to the chapel. The chapel is quiet. The floors, walls, and ceiling are tiled with gloss black stone. Between the stones rests warm white grout. Pictures of people and the harbor line the walls, and lanterns rest in all four corners of the large room. In its center lies an altar. On it is a Drak Egg. You feel the egg calling to you. You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews along your way. At the altar you notice 4 pedestals surrounding the egg, each with a lit beacon. A faint glow surrounds the egg. Touch the egg. You reach out to touch the egg, but a jolt snaps your hand back, stopping you in your tracks. The surrounding pedestals glow, and you notice a faint barrier between you and the egg. The 4 pedestals are lit, and the barrier protects the egg. Let's go around behind. You step around the back of the altar. The 4 pedestals are lit. Right. You examine the right pedestals and notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it, but find it locked. The 4 pedestals are lit. On the left, you examine the left pedestals and notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it and hear a click. The beacon switches off, which with a low hum, the barrier is dimming with it. Sparks fly from the other 3 beacon towards the edge of the chapel. One goes to the pictures, another to a large stained glass window, and the third to the back of the chapel. After a moment, the pedestals rest once more. 3 pedestals around the egg are lit. The barrier protects the egg. Check the large window. You follow one of the sparks towards the stained glass window lining the chapel's wall. It depicts a wide wing surrounding a mass of colored paints without any real form. Despite the cloudy weather, light still shines through the tracing floor. You can hear the rain patterning against the glass. Nothing in the window moves, and yet every time you look back, you swear the colors are different. The pattern made on the floor seems suspicious. When you get close, you notice a grid marked with lines and dots. The light touches only specific dots. The light hitting the dot crawls through the lines connected. It seems you can move the lines around. Nothing in the window moves, and yet every time you look back, you swear the colors are different. something I don't understand here. I don't get it. Let's leave. Let's go to the chapel back. At the back of the chapel, the lights are dim. The roof slides down as you near the edge, squeezing the room. The space is mostly empty, though there are various objects and furniture strewn about it. Notice various books on the corner and the closet nearby in the other piano. Let's check the piano. You find a rather beautiful piano. Despite its dust, its entire body has a lovely wooden sheen, and the ivory key sits eager to play. Guys, I want to stop. Let's play the piano. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. They'll turn to you. They stare forward. They don't move, and yet you turn around. The ones behind you have turned their heads. Their eyes bore into you. You ignore the mannequins and press on. The hallway is endless. The mannequins are endless. It's the same. You're tiring. Thankfully, as you keep moving through the rows of heads, you stumble upon what seems to be the very same door you came from. Interesting. I'm losing sanity, I'm losing energy, I'm losing health. Guys. But I found a sheet of music. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna let you play this. As I said, it's free to play. You can find it on Steam. Text-based RPG. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out the Steam page. Play the game, leave a review. The game already has very positive reviews. And I'd like to thank the creators of the game for sponsoring this video. Thank you. Bye.